Hello, my wonderful students. You are welcome to class today again. All right. Okay. So the last time we're discussing about trigonometry. We looked at application of Pythagoras theorem to solve trigonometrical problems. Okay. Now today we are looking at another special part of trigonometry, how we can make use of our trigonometrical ratio to solve some problems on triangles. All right. So, okay, before we commence the class, I want you to invite your friends and let them know the class has started. Okay. So, let me use this opportunity to wish every one of you Happy New Year. All right. It seems the last time we met was last year. Okay, so um, let us invite our friends, let them know the class has started, inform your classmates. So let us quickly do that before we commence the class. Okay, so now if you are in the class, you let us know by dropping a message. Okay, okay. Technically, we are waiting for a good number of you to be online before we commence the class. Let me quickly do recap on what we've discussed before earlier. Now, we looked at different types of triangles. We said we have right angle triangle, isosceles triangle, equilateral triangle, scaling triangle, and we put more attention on right angle triangle. Right, so we teach ourselves how we can easily identify sides of right angle triangle. Okay, and we said that the side that is facing the right angle is what we call the hypotenuse. Okay, and then we said the side that is touching the reference angle and the right angle is the side of adjacent, while the third one is going to be the opposite. So, and then we said now that it is very, very important for you to be able to identify that, because once you're able to do that, you find it very easy now to make use of your trigonometrical ratio. All right. So, and we also looked at different types of angles. Okay, so we have several of them. We looked at complementary angles. We looked at acute angle, obtuse angle, right angle, angle on a straight line, angle at a point, reflex angle, and so on. So those are the things we looked at, and we're able to make use of Pythagoras theorem. And we said now that the Pythagoras theorem says that the square, the addition of the square of the opposite and the adjacent is equals to the square of the hypotenuse. Okay, and we're able to make use of the theorem to solve some problem. All right, so we are going to continue from where we stopped the last time. So now we want to make use of our trigonometrical ratio to solve triangle problem. Okay, so don't forget, quickly invite your friends, let them know the class have started. I don't want any of us to miss the class this time around. Okay, so like some of you said the last time that trigonometrical problem, questions that they are very tough. And I told you there's no special thing about it. All you just need is just to put down your attention once it's been taught, and you try and do one or two things. You see, it's very easy. So I want everybody to be in the class before I commence the class. So let's have good number before we start. Okay, so you can always inform your friends, let them know the class has started. Okay, I think I have a good number here. All right, so don't forget that once you join the class, always remember to give the class a thumb. Okay, all right, so you have to click the like button. And if you are new on the platform, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so that you'll be notified daily. All right, now let us dive into today's class. Now, we are starting with this question here. Now, in the figure, this figure, if length AB, BC equals to 4 centimeter, find length AD. Find length AD. Now, let us examine this diagram here. Okay, this is triangle, and we can see 3 triangles here. So we can see triangle ABC, which is a right angle triangle. We can also see another right angle triangle, triangle ACD, and another one which is not a right angle triangle, triangle ABD. All right, so we are not so much interested in triangle ABD. So we are looking at triangle ABC and triangle ACD. Now let us look at triangle ABC. Don't forget the last time in the class, I'm still going to stress this. If you want to get any side of a triangle, you must consider the triangle which one of the sides is given. All right, so one of the sides must be given for you to be able to do something there. Now, look at the question. We are given side BC. BC. So BC is given to be 4 centimeters. So this is 4 centimeters. Okay, so that means I will consider triangle BABC. Now this triangle, which is a right angle triangle. All right, so I will start by saying in triangle ABC. Now when you look at this triangle ABC, okay, this is a right angle triangle. Now I need you to tell me what side is BC. Is it the adjacent or the opposite or the hypotenuse? All right, so I want you to quickly drop that because I want everyone to be on the same page. All right, so now I need you to tell me BC. What is BC? Is it opposite or adjacent or hypotenuse? Now drop your answer in the comment section. Let me see. I just need 1 or 2 response before I commence. All right, so what is BC? Yes. Is anyone dropping answer? What is side BC? What is side BC? Okay. Yes, okay. I can see someone Uber have dropped an answer. BC is adjacent. Okay. Okay, let's see if we can see another person. Another person that want to give us the answer. Side BC. What is side BC? Is anyone telling us in the diagram what is side BC? Familiarly, you are just joining. Okay, you are welcome. Now, look at triangle ABC. What is side BC? What is side BC? Okay. Is there another person telling me what is side BC? Is it opposite or adjacent or hypotenuse? Okay, I can only see one person giving me the answer. So I expected good number of us to drop the answer. Okay, all right, now let me work with that. Okay, so I will just remind us what we did in the last class. So I told you whenever you have a right angle triangle of this form, okay, a right angle triangle. Now this means angle 90, okay, and an angle is given like this. So now this is what we call the reference angle. Now, how do we determine the opposite, the adjacent, and the hypotenuse? Now, the first thing is the hypotenuse. The hypotenuse is the side that is facing the right angle. This side is what we call the hypotenuse. Okay? This side is facing the right angle. So that makes this to be hypotenuse. Now, the adjacent. The adjacent is the side that is touching the right angle and the reference angle. Now look at this. This is the side that is touching the right angle and the reference angle. So this place is the adjacent. Okay, so and the last one now is going to be the opposite. So this is going to be the what? The opposite. All right, so now when you look at this, compare with this, now you should be able to tell me what BC is. Now your BC is the side that is touching angle 90 and is also touching the reference angle. So that makes BC to be the adjacent of this right angle triangle. All right, so we must be able to identify that. That will help us to be able to solve the problem conveniently. All right, now let's look at what we have here now. So now we have the adjacent. We have the adjacent. Now we are going to determine the opposites, because this is the opposite. We'll determine the opposite. Let's say the opposite is x, that is AC. AC is x. All right, so I'm considering opposite and adjacent. Opposite and adjacent. So this place is unknown, while this place is known. All right, so now I'll quickly write out my SOHCAHTOA. So that's what I'm going to make use of now. SOHCAHTOA. S is sine, O is opposite, H is hypotenuse, C is cos, A is adjacent, H is hypotenuse, T is tan, O opposite, A adjacent. Okay, so now which one will be appropriate here? Now we have opposite and adjacent. Opposite and adjacent. Now when you look at it, opposite and adjacent, this one is having opposite and adjacent. That means we'll be making use of tan. All right, so that means what I'm writing here for this one, I have tan, the reference angle tan 60 equals to opposite over adjacent. The opposite now is x over adjacent. Adjacent is 4. Okay, so here the next thing is to cross multiply. So let's cross multiply. So you multiply x by 1, so you have x equals to this times this, so you have 4 tan 60 degrees. So x equals to 4. Now tan 60 degrees. Tan 60 degrees. When you see 60 degrees, it's a special angle. Don't forget the last time we looked at what tan 60 degree is, what tan 45 degree is, and tan 30 degree. They are all special angles. So if you're not in the last class, you can just go through my previous video. So you go through it and see how we come about that. So tan 60 is square root of 3. All right, so square root of 3. I have square root of 3 here. So that means x is 4 square root of 3 centimeter. That is the opposite to triangle ABC. Now, but what the question requires from us is to get length AD. Length AD, this length AD. Okay, so now I'm going to consider this second triangle. That's triangle ACD. Now I write in triangle ACD. If you examine triangle ACD, well, now you will see now that this is the opposite of the triangle. This is the adjacent, because this side is touching the right angle and the reference angle. That makes it to be the adjacent. Now this is the hypotenuse, because this side is facing the right angle. Okay, all right, so now I want to get this. Let me call this one Y, my AD, because that is what the question wants me to get. So I can call it Y now. So I already know what this side is. So I will connect this and this now. So I'm connecting opposite and hypotenuse, because this is the hypotenuse. So opposite and hypotenuse. So now let's look at it. Which one will be appropriate? So I think this one is going to be the one to use. So opposite and hypotenuse. So this is opposite, this is hypotenuse. Now, so I will have sine 45 degrees equals to opposite. Opposite is x, and we have gotten x. So that let's plug in that value. We have 4 square root of 3 over hypotenuse. That is what we are looking for, and that is your AD. So we have AD. Okay. Now, don't forget, what is the value of sine 45? Sine 45 is the same thing as cos 45. Well, if you remember. Okay, now let me ask you now, is there anybody that can tell me what sine 45 is? Let me see the first person that will give me the correct answer. So, in short form, what is sine 45? Anyone? Anyone that want to tell me what is sine 45? I want to see the first person that will give me the correct answer without checking your book over there, without checking anything. What is sine 45? Is there anybody telling me? Okay, Scott said 1. Okay, I need one more answer. Yes. Okay, is there anybody else telling me? Sine 45 without checking. All right, so any other person? Okay, I think I have to leave now because okay, it's only this course that is giving me the answer. All right, so this course you need to check, and you go through the last video we had. All right, so I derived all of those. I derived all the values for special angles, 45, 30 degrees, and 60 degrees. You can always check. Now, sine 45 is 1 over square root of over 2. But tan 45 is 1. Okay, tan 45 is 1. So now, so what we are supposed to plug in here is 1 over square root of 2. Okay, equals to 4 square root of 3 over AD. Right? So here you can cross multiply. So this multiplies this and this multiplies this. So AD multiplies 1. So you have AD equals to. Now use this to multiply this. Now you have to be careful. Now look at this. This is surd. Alright? So this square root of 2. This is square root of 3. So this will multiply this, what we have here. So these two cannot multiply 4 to have 8 or whatever. Okay, so you use this to multiply this. So surd will multiply surd. So we have 4 square root of 3 times 2. Okay, you get that? So that means, therefore, AD equals to 4 square root of 6 centimeters. So this is going to be the answer to the problem. All right. So I want to believe every one of you understand the explanation to this. All right. So we are going to look at another question and let's see what we are going to have. So if you are just joining the class and you have not tapped the like button, ensure you do that. And if you are new here, make sure you subscribe to the channel. All right, now let's look at another question under Trig. In the figure below, if length px equals to 24 meters, find length pq. Find length pq. in this 60 degrees. So we have y, p, x, this x, and this is p, and this is q. Okay, all right, so that is the question. Now in the figure below, if length px is 24 meters, find length pq. Now look at it, we are giving px from here to here is 24 meters. So we can just put it there. Now from here down to this place is 24 meters. Okay, so we want to get PQ from here to here. All right, so how do we go about it? Now, when you look at the figure below, you will see that we have two right angle triangles here. All right, okay, we have two right angle triangles there. So you must be able to identify the two right angle triangles that we have there. Okay, so can you tell me, name the two triangles, right angle triangles that we have here, and drop it in the comment section. Let me see if you actually understand what I've been explaining. Now, can you show me the two right angle triangles that we have here? Now, in this figure, we have three triangles, but we have two right angle triangles. Okay, so can you tell me, name the two right angle triangles that we have there? Yes, is anyone telling me now? Anyone? Yes, anyone? The two right angle triangle that we have there, the two right angle triangles that we have there. Yes, is anybody? Oh, okay, I can see your answer, Uba. I will tell you if you are correct. I said, you tell me the two, name the two right angle triangles that are in that figure. Okay. Yes, I can see this chord giving me YWX and YPX. YPX, okay. All right, let's see if we can get another person. Okay, good. Yes, I know you wanted to write Q. All right, okay. Yes, it is Q. All right, is there any other person? Okay, now let's move on, since I now have someone that has given me an answer, so we can move forward. So if you don't understand what I asked you, or you cannot get it, just listen to me. I'm going to explain. I just want to see those people that can give me the correct answer. Right now, let everybody look at what we have on the board. Now, right angle triangle, you see my attention will be here. Let me see if I can form any angle from here. You know, this one should be part of it. Look at it. This is a triangle. Can you see that now? This triangle, and it's a right angle triangle because inside of it we have angle 90. So this is the first angle, the second angle which is 60, and the third angle which is 90. So that means we have triangle. See, this is the symbol of triangle. Triangle QXY. This triangle QXY, or you call it triangle XQY, whatever. Just make sure that the vertices are there, right? And the second triangle that we have there, look at this, is a big triangle. We have triangle YPX. YPX. Okay, all right, or you name it triangle PXY. PXY. Look at it. This is the first angle. This is the second angle. The second angle is 45, and the third angle is right angle. That is triangle PXY. So these are the two right angle triangles that we have here. All right, now, so which one are we considering first? Now, if you look at the first triangle we have here, QXY, look at this. None of the side is known. We are not giving any of the side. This side, YX is not known. QX is not known. QY is not known. So I can't consider this one first. Now let's look at the second triangle. Look at this. Okay, so this side is not known, but this side is known. PX. PX is known. Okay, so that means I can start with that. Now, let me join that with this. Now, this is the adjacent, because this is the reference angle of that triangle. So this is the adjacent. PX is the adjacent, while the opposite is XY. Hope you understand that. Okay, so now I will write this as in triangle PXY, the bigger one. I have, I now have my adjacent A and opposite O. So that means I'll be making use of tan, because that's okay, opposite and adjacent. So I have tan 45 degrees equals to opposite, that is XY. Okay, length XY. So that's XY over adjacent. Adjacent is PX, and that is 24. I have 24 meters. Okay, so now what's the next thing to do? Now you get the value of 45, tan 45. Now I've said it today. What is going to be tan 45? Okay, so I want the answer very fast. Tan 45. Tan 45 without looking at your book, without punching your calculator. So what is tan 45? Yes, I need the answer in the comment section. Can you quickly drop your answer now? Let me see. Yes, who is the first person to give me the correct answer? What is tan 45? Yes. Who is the first person that will give me the correct answer? So once I see the correct answer, I move on. Yes. All right. What's tan 45? Tan 45. Tan 45. Anyone? Tan 45. Okay. All right. I can see this chord. 1 over square root of 2. 1 over square root of 2. 1 over square root of 2. Okay, I can see this Israel. This Israel. I can see Israel. Yes, I will continue. Once I see the correct answer, I move on. Now, tan 45 is 1. Tan 45 is 1. I said it earlier that sine 45 is 1 over square root of 2. Cos 45 is 1 over square root of 2. See, sine 45 is 1 over square root of 2. Cos 45 is 1 over square root of 2. Tan 45 is 1. So you can write this in your jotter. So make sure you master this. Okay. All right. So that's that. So that means tan 45 is 1. So let's plug in that into this equation, and let's see what we're going to have. So we have 1 equals to xy over 24. So you cross multiply here. So you have xy equals to 24 meters. Okay, so that's what we have. So that means xy is 45. Xy is 45. Now, I can now consider this triangle now. This triangle QXY. QXY, because one of the sides is known now. Okay, so one of the side is known. The opposite to triangle PXY is also the same opposite to triangle QXY. All right, so now let's look at it now. So we say in triangle QXY, this triangle QXY, the adjacent is what I don't know, and I want to get that. Now let me label it X, and the opposite, this side, has been known. Okay, we've gotten that. And what's the answer? 24 meters. Okay, so now we want to get this place now, because this is not known. All right, so now let us do that. So we are considering adjacent and opposite. Adjacent and opposites is what? 12. Adjacent and opposite. So I will write tan 60 degree equals to adjacent. I don't know that, so I've represented it with X, over opposite, that's 24. Okay, here I can multiply. I have X equals to 24 times. Yes, we have done tan 60 here today. All right, is anyone telling me what's going to be tan 60 degrees? So I need smart students to give me the answer. Who is the first person that will tell me what tan 60 is? Yes, tan 60. Yes, what is tan 60? Anyone giving me the answer now? Tan 60. Good, Riscott, that's good. So tan 60 is square root of 3. Yes, we've done that today. Tan 60 is square root of 3. So we have square root of 3. So that's going to be in meters. So that means this place is square root of 3. 24 times square root of 3. Okay. All right. So now let's move on. Okay. So let's see. We need to get length PQ. We need to get length PQ. You see, length PQ is we can get that from length PX. All right. Okay. So now let's check this. I think something has gone wrong here. So we are supposed to have opposite over adjacent, because I'm looking at it now. This is now bigger than this. And so that means something is wrong. So what we're supposed to have here is opposite over adjacent. Opposite over adjacent. So if you are using opposite over adjacent, so what is it going to be? That's going to be 24 over x. So that means we need to adjust this. So this is supposed to be opposites, that is 24 over adjacent, that's x. All right, you can see, because this cannot be bigger than this. So here now, so we have this as square root of 3 equals to 24 over x. So here you can cross multiply. Okay, so you have x square root of 3 equals to 24. So here you divide both sides by square root of 3. So you have x equals to 24 over square root of 3 meters. So that is going to give us qx. Now to now get pq, that's what the question wants us to get. Now you know from here to here, px is 24. Now we know qx. So to get PQ, just take away QX from PX. So you have PQ. Everything here down to this place is 24. Now, I want to get this small place. I will take away this. That is the value of X. I will take it away from 24. That gives me PQ. All right? So now let's write that out. So we have PQ equals to length PX minus length QX. Length QX. Okay, so we have PQ to be equals to, what is PX? PX is 24. 24 minus QX. We have gotten QX, which we represented with X now. So, and that's going to be 24 over square root of 3. Okay, so now let's tidy up this. So we can find the LCM. This one is over 1. The LCM is square root of 3. Now 1 goes in square root of 3. That is going to be square root of 3 times 24. We have 24 square root of 3 minus square root of 3 goes in square root of 3 is 1. So 1 times 24. So we have 24. Okay, so this is going to be in meters. All right. So if you like, you can rationalize the denominator, but let's leave the answer this way. So this is going to be the value for PQ. All right. So I want to believe we all understand how we arrive here. Okay. So let's look at another simple question. But I will want you to do that first before I now break it down for you. Okay, now let me write out the question. Now let's see if we can solve it within a few minutes. It's just a replica of what I just did now. In the figure below, if length PQ equals to 6 meters, find Roman numeral 1 PX and Roman numeral 2 QS. Okay, so this R, this S. Okay, this is 60 degrees. This is 30 degrees. This is 6 meters. Okay. All right. Okay. Now this is the question, and this is P. Okay. So this is the question. Can we attend to this within 2 minutes? And let's see what we are going to have as the answer. So I want to see the first person that will get the correct answer. So once you get your answer, you drop that in the comment section. Let's see how far we have gone for today. So immediately after 2 minutes, I'm going to solve the problem. So we do it together. Okay, by now we should have ended the problem. Okay, we have used more than 2 minutes. Okay, so let's solve the problem together. Let's see what we have. So you are doing that so you can verify with your answer. Okay, let me check again if I have anybody dropping anything. Okay, no one. Okay, so now let's solve the problem together. Yeah, I have two right angle triangle here. Two right angle triangles. So the first triangle, right angle triangle, is triangle PRS. Triangle PRS. While the second one is triangle PQS. PQS. Now, the first thing to do now is to look at the two triangles. Which of them have a given side? Which of them have a given side? Now, let's look at this first one. None of the side is given. I hope you can see that. None of the side. But look at this triangle PQS. One of the side is given. Now, the hypotenuse is given. All right. So that means I'm considering triangle PQS. All right. So I will start by saying in triangle PQS, I need to get this. This is my opposite. And here is going to be the adjacent. In triangle PQS, the adjacent. My reference angle is 30 here because I'm considering this bigger triangle. Okay, so now this one is not part of it now. So I'm considering this bigger one. So triangle PQS. So the reference angle is 30 degrees. Okay, so now this opposite and this hypotenuse. So I'm considering opposite and hypotenuse now. So opposite and hypotenuse. Let's look at our SOHCAHTOA. We have SOHCAHTOA. Okay, opposite and hypotenuse. So that means we'll be making use of sine. Okay, so we are making use of sine. Now we have sine 30 degrees equals to opposite over hypotenuse. Opposite over hypotenuse. The opposite here is PS, length PS. Opposite PS over hypotenuse 6. Now, what is sine 30? That one is very cheap. Okay, so is anybody telling me what sine 30 is? So drop that in the comment section. Let me quickly see that. I expect everybody now to know that. What is sine 30? That's very simple. Yes, sine 30. Sine 30, what is sine 30? Yes, sine 30, that's very easy. Sine 30 is what? Okay, I can see this course dropping an answer. So I expect everybody to drop answer for that. Sine 30 is 1 over 2. That is very good. Sine 30 is 1 over 2. Get used to it. Sine 30 cos 60. They are the same thing. So you can check the last video if we are not if you did, we are not in the class when we discussed that. So sine 60, sine 30 and cos 60 have a value of 1 over 2. Okay, so now this one is 1 over 2, so equals to PS over 6. All right, so here you cross multiply. So you have 2 PS equals to, now when you use this to multiply, this is what you have. So 6 times 1, so you have 6. So you can divide both sides by 2. You have PS equals to 6 over 2. So PS is what? PS is 3 meters. Okay, now that is the first task. So we have gotten PX. Now let's look at the second task. QS. QS. This. We want to get QS. Yeah. Now, very easy. Now, to get QS, Now I will consider this bigger triangle again. So QS is adjacent. So that means I have adjacent. I can connect adjacent and hypotenuse. This side is given. This is the side I'm looking for. So now let's look at it now. So we are looking at adjacent and hypotenuse. Adjacent and hypotenuse. What will that one give us? That is car. So you can see adjacent and hypotenuse. So we'll be considering this and this. Okay, now so let's do that now. So we have cos 30 degrees equals to adjacent over hypotenuse. Adjacent over hypotenuse. So the adjacent is what I'm looking for, which is my QS, over hypotenuse is 6. All right, so what is cos 30 degrees? What is that? So I want to believe you know that that's going to be square root of 3 over 2, which is the same thing as QS over 6. So here you can cross multiply. So when you cross multiply, what do you have? Now when you cross multiply, you have 2QS equals to 6 square root of 3. Okay, so this 6 will multiply square root of 3. Please don't use this 6 to multiply 3 direct. So this 6 will come outside. Okay. So now here you divide both sides by 2. We have QS equals to 6 square root of 3 divided by 2. So QS is what? Now 2 goes here, 1, 2 goes here, 3. We have 3 square root of 3. And the unit is going to be what? In meters. It's going to be in meters. So this is the second part of the question. So now, if you are to award marks to this question, now for writing this trigonometrical ratio, there will be a method mark 1 for that. Okay. Now for solving, so we have another method mark 1 for that. And for getting the answer, so we have an accuracy mark 1 for that. The same thing also applies to the second part. So for writing the trigonometrical ratio, we have a method mark 1 for that. Now for solving, we have M1, and for getting the correct answer, we have E1. All right, so we have 6 marks altogether. Now, if this question is given, now you may have all the answers and you will not get all the whole mark. So what will make me not to get the whole mark? Now, if you forget to put the units, all right, though you'll be penalized once. So once you didn't put the unit, so even though your answer is correct, you didn't remember to put meters, so one will be deducted from your answer. Okay. Now, 2, if you are not able to tell us how you come about all of this, and the next thing is just after writing this one, you just come to your answer. If you didn't show this your workings, once this your method is wrong and you are unable to get this, that means your answer to will be 0. So you are not going to be giving this answer. Okay, so this mark will not be given to you because this method is not shown. So you must show the method. So this method now will make you to be able to earn this mark. All right, that is the more reason why you have to pay attention to methods. So step by step, you don't need to jump when solving a problem. All right, so I think if you're able to do that conveniently, so you have your total marks of 6. All right, so I want to believe you guys have learned one of the things today. So I'm so happy that we are all here, and I actually enjoy the class, and I also enjoy your interaction for those of us that are responded. That is very good. So we are going to be having another session by tomorrow. Don't forget to always inform your friends and your classmates. Let them know about this program that we have online. So make sure you share this video with your friends. And if this is your first time watching this video, ensure you click on the subscription button. All right, so thank you very much. I love you guys. Bye bye.